Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we are discussing about the how can we find out the maximum number of electrons in the shells. Okay, based on the 2n square formula, we have to find out the maximum number of electrons in the shells. And today I am going to discuss about the trends in the modern periodic table. This is a CBSE. Okay, today I am going to discuss about the periodic classifications. In that last remaining small topic is the trends in the modern periodic table. Okay, so what are the trends? Valency, atomic size, and metallic non-metallic properties. Valency, atomic size, and metallic and non-metallic properties. Okay, trends in the modern periodic table. Trends in the modern periodic table. Modern periodic table. Okay, what are the trends in the modern periodic table? First of all, we have to discuss about the valency. What is the valency? Already we know the combining capacity of an element is known as valency. Combining capacity. What is the combining capacity? The valency of an element is determined by the number of valence electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom. Number of valency electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom is known as valency. First one, valency. Okay, trends in the modern periodic table. First one is the valency. What is the valency? The number of valency electrons is present in the outermost shell of its atom. For suppose, by the activity we have to understand the valency. Already you know the valency. No need to activity, but I will tell the activity also. Okay, how do you calculate the valency of an element from its electronic configuration? How can we find out the valency from its electronic configuration? For suppose valency electron is 1 is there, means its valency is 1 only. Why? Because its maximum capacity of bonding electrons is 1 only. Okay, the combining capacity of an atom is called valency. So if it is having the 1 electron, its valency shell means it is valency is 1. Okay, what is the valency of magnesium with atomic number 12 and sulfur with atomic number 16? Magnesium atomic number is 12 and sulfur atomic number is 16. Now you can find out the valency of magnesium and sulfur. Okay, so valency is equals to the group number up to 4th group. Already in the foundation classes we are discussed. Okay, similarly find out the valencies of the first 20 elements. Okay, so how does the valency vary in a period on going from left to right, and how does the valency vary in going down in the group? How it will be changed in the group and periods? Already in the last class we are discussing. In the group there is no any change valency. Why? Because if we take the first group or second group or third group, once you have to observe the valency is same. Okay, valency electrons is same in the group, but what about the period? From the left to right, the number of valency electrons will be changed. Okay, the number of valency electrons will be changed. Now, so the valency, how can we define the valency? The valency of an element the valency of an element is determined by the number of valence electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom. Present in the outermost shell of its atom. Okay, so the valency of an element is determined by the number of valency electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom, that is known as valency. Okay, by the activity we have to understand the valency. Here in the activity, just you have to observe the write down the valency of magnesium and sulfur, and find out the valency of sulfur, and write down the electronic configuration of sulfur and magnesium, and you can find out the valency of sulfur and magnesium. Magnesium atomic number 12 and sulfur atomic number 16. And already you know we learned already in the previous classes, in the group there is no change any valency, but in the period from left to right it will be change the valency. Okay, here another word, in the period in the period where in the period going from left to right, in the period going from left to right, what happened? The valency does not change. Sorry, valency will be changed. Okay, in the period going from left to right, valency will be changed. Okay, and what about the groups? On going down in the group, valency is same. Okay, does not change the valency. Okay, on going down in the group, valency is same, does not change the valency. Okay, this is about the valency. And the next trend in the modern periodic table is atomic size. Next one is atomic size. Atomic size. Okay, what is the atomic size? How can we define the atomic size? Already we know the atomic size. What happened atomic size in the group and period? Okay, the term atomic size refers to the radius of an atom. Atomic size is the term refers the radius of an atom. The atomic size may be visualized as the distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell of an isolated atom. The atomic radius of hydrogen atom is 37 picometer, pm. Units is pm. Pm means picometer. For suppose 1 cm means centimeter, cm means centimeter, pm means picometer, km means kilometer. Like that, pm is a picometer. It is a unit of the distance. Small distances we can calculate it by the picometers. For suppose any long distance is there, means we can use the kilometers or meters for the long distance. For very short distance, atom means very very small particle. In that small minute particles are we can calculate it by the picometers. The distance between the nucleus and outermost shell is known as atomic radius, atomic size. Okay, so 1 picometer is equals to the 10 to the power of minus 12 meters. Let us study the variation of atomic size in the group and in a period. Okay, now atomic size. The term atomic size. What is the atomic size? Atomic size or atomic radius, both are same. The distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell. The distance between the nucleus and outermost shell. The distance between the nucleus and outermost shell is known as radius, atomic radius is known as atomic radius or atomic size, atomic radius or atomic size. Okay, atomic size or atomic radius. What is the atomic size or atomic radius? For suppose this is the atom. Okay, this is the center of the atom is nucleus, this is the outermost shell. The distance between the center of the atom, that is nucleus, to outermost shell is known as atomic radius. It is indicated by small r. Okay, so the distance between the center of the atom, that is the nucleus, to the outermost shell is known as atomic radius. Okay, in the group and period, atomic radius or atomic size, how it will be changed? Okay, from the top to bottom you have to take the period and groups. Once you have to observe, simply I will give the clear idea about that. I will give the just concept. In the group, top to bottom size will be increased, atomic radius will be increased, and in the period atomic radius will be decrease, atomic size will be decrease. Atomic radius or atomic size both are same. Okay, in the group, by the activity also we have to understand, we have to take the second period elements. Once you have to observe their atomic radius. For suppose boron, beryllium, oxygen, nitrogen, lithium, carbon is there. Boron atomic radius is 88, beryllium 111, and oxygen 66, and nitrogen 74, lithium 152, like that. Atomic arrange them in decreasing order of their atomic rating. Okay, so are the elements now arranged in the increasing atomic order. Okay, simple. The atomic radius in the group, atomic radius, atomic size or atomic radius or atomic size will be, atomic radius or atomic size will be increase. Okay, and in the period, atomic size will be decrease, atomic size will be decrease. Okay, from the top to bottom in the group size will be increase, and period from the left to right it will be decrease, size will be decrease. Okay, this is about the atomic radius of the elements. Okay, and valency. Remaining small topic is there, metallic and non-metallic properties. Remaining is the metallic and non-metallic property. Okay, so we will discuss in the next class metallic and non-metallic property. Okay, thank you all of you.